Who was James Brewerton Ricketts? James Ricketts was a career officer in the United States Army, serving as a Union Army general during the Civil War. At First Bull Run, he was wounded and captured, but later exchanged. He fought at Second Bull Run and Antietam, where he was badly injured when his horse fell on him. While recuperating, he served on the Fitz-John Porter court-martial, a highly political case where his loyalties are believed to have cost him promotion. Later, he commanded a division in the Overland Campaign and a corps in the Shenandoah Valley Campaign under Sheridan, where he received a chest wound at Cedar Creek that disabled him for life. Ricketts was born in New York City. He graduated 16th in a class of 31 at the United States Military Academy in 1839 and was assigned to the 1st U.S. Artillery. He served during the Canada border disturbances on garrison duty and then was promoted to first lieutenant in April 1846. Ricketts saw considerable action during the Mexican-American War, participating in the Battle of Monterey, and as commander, along with Abner Doubleday, held the pass during the Battle of Buena Vista. Despite his active service, he received no brevet promotions during the Mexican-American War until many of his fellow officers had received brevet promotions. Following his return from Mexico, Ricketts served in various Army posts. He was promoted to captain in August 1853 and served in Florida against the Seminole Indians and subsequently on frontier duty in Texas. At the beginning of the Civil War, Ricketts served in the defense of Washington, D.C., and commanded an artillery battery in the capture of Confederate-held Alexandria, Virginia. In early 1861, his battery was then attached to William B. Franklin's brigade of Samuel Heintzelman's division. He was shot 4 times and captured at the First Battle of Bull Run on July 21st, when his battery was overrun by Confederate infantry. For his personal bravery, in the face of overwhelming odds, on that same day, Ricketts was breveted as a lieutenant colonel in the regular army. He was confined as a prisoner of war in Richmond, although his wife Fanny was allowed to travel to Richmond and stay with him as his nurse. On December 18, 1861, he was exchanged for Confederate Colonel Julius A. D. Lignell. Ricketts was not paroled until January 1862, when he was placed on medical leave to recuperate. On April 30, 1862, President Abraham Lincoln appointed Ricketts a brigadier general of volunteers to rank from July 21, 1861. The President had nominated Ricketts for the promotion on March 27, 1862, and the U.S. Senate confirmed the appointment on April 28, 1862. On his return to duty, Ricketts was assigned to command a division in Irvin McDowell's corps, which he commanded at the Battle of Cedar Mountain, where he covered Nathan P. Banks' withdrawal. At Second Bull Run, his division was thrown forward by McDowell into Thoroughfare Gap to bar the advance of James Longstreet, who was seeking to unite his wing with that of Stonewall Jackson. Ricketts, who was being flanked and in danger of being cut off, withdrew. At the subsequent Battle of Antietam, he had 2 horses killed under him, and he was badly injured when the second one fell on him. When he recovered sufficiently for duty, he was appointed to the Fitz John Porter court-martial. The trial was created to convict, with every judge beholden to Edwin M. Stanton for tenure or impending promotion, except for Benjamin M. Prentice. Ricketts probably voted for acquittal and was not promoted. He did not return to the field until March 1864, when he was assigned to a division of John Sedgwick's Sixth Corps, which he led through Ulysses S. Grant's Overland Campaign. His men were considered as low quality, many of them being former members of Robert H. Melroy's maligned Winchester Command. The division performed poorly at the Battle of the Wilderness, and without note at Spotsylvania Courthouse. However, Ricketts received the brevet of Colonel, Regular Army, for gallant and meritorious service at Cold Harbor, Virginia, June 3, 1864, where he and his men performed well. In July 1864, Ricketts and his command, numbering only 3,350 men, were hurried north to oppose Jabal Early's attack on Washington, D.C. Ricketts fought at the battle under Major General Lew Wallace, suffering the heaviest losses while holding the Union left flank. For his service there on December 12, 1864, President Lincoln nominated Ricketts for appointment to the brevet grade of Major General of Volunteers to rank from August 1, 1864, and the U.S. Senate confirmed the appointment on February 14, 1865. Ricketts was engaged in Philip Sheridan's Shenandoah Valley Campaign. At the Battle of Cedar Creek, he commanded the Sixth Corps in the initial hours of the fighting, but was wounded by a minie-ball through his chest that disabled him for life. Despite his poor health, he returned to command of his division 2 days before Robert E. Lee's surrender at Appomattox Courthouse, April 9, 1865.